Facebook world.
Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to Region 11 Sequoia Pacifica's education class of the month. My name is Jen Zucker, and we are here today to basically, we're going to give you some education, and we've got Tammy Ragsdale here, and she is going to do pitch pipe techniques. How many ways can you blow it? So we're going to just have a fantastic time. People are popping in right now. We've got this streaming on Facebook, and we're also recording it, and we're just here to welcome you. I just have to share something with me really quick. The pitch pipe has always been kind of scary to me because I don't read dots. So I always think that I have to know how to read dots, right? That means reading music for those of you that don't understand that. But I don't read music, I learn by ear. And so the pitch pipe has always been very intimidating to me. So I'm actually really excited about this class. And I know that a lot of people want to know more about our craft and more about the pitch pipe. And so Tammy is going to do this for us. And I am going to pass it on to her, introduce her. She is the Region 11 educational coordinator, and we love her. She has a heart of gold. She's directors of Verdugo Hills Chorus, and she just wants to basically give everybody drop some knowledge so they feel a little more confident on the risers, sing as a singer in your own car. I mean, I'm expecting that I'm like, if I knew how to knew what pitch to blow, right? Then maybe I would be like, oh, I can check myself, instead of feeling like I always have to go to somebody else to help me out. So everybody give a warm, silent applause for Tammy. Yay, and I'm gonna pass it on over to her. Welcome, Tammy.
Thank you, Jen. It's nice to see everybody. I see my friend Leilani down there dropping in on her birthday. Happy birthday, dear friend. All the way from, where are you? Twin Falls, long way away. Thanks for joining us. So, as Jen said, I am Tammy Ragsdale. I'm your education coordinator. And what that means is I love education, and sometimes I'm coordinated and sometimes I'm not. So that's all good for me, and it all works. There's not a huge number of us online right now, which is okay. I am perfectly okay if you're unmuted, as long as you don't have barking dogs, talking husbands, or radio or television behind you, because I will ask questions now and then. The other thing I'm going to do is ask you right up front, and I'm going to put myself on a gallery view so I can see your hand signals. How many of you already are pitch pipe blowers for your chorus? Raise your hand. Good. How many of you blow pipe for your quartet? No. Okay. How many of you wouldn't blow a pitch pipe if someone handed it to you because you're afraid it'll explode? Yo, Jen, go girl. Okay. I appreciate that. So it's a really funny thing for those of you who very quickly went, yes, of course I blow the pipe, for us to think that it's a fun and easy thing to do. And there are people, when you go to them in your chorus and say, would you be a pitch pipe blower for the chorus? Look at you like you have three heads, because it's a terrifying thing. As Jen said, if I don't read notes, how am I supposed to know what to blow? Well, the beautiful part about blowing the pitch pipe, every song has a keynote, and you don't have to read music, because some baritone in your chorus will tell you.
Sorry, it's true.
Keynote is. And what's really nice is if you have key changes, and I had a baritone in a chord change. So whenever the director said, we're going to start, well, she was also baritone, so she just loved to know where everything was. And I'm hoping, oh good, we were all frozen for a second. I'm glad to see you're all still with me. Okay, I love it. It says my internet connection is unstable, and I love that it blames it on my internet connection. It's sweet. Okay, so so let me give you just a teeny tiny bit of pitch pipe history, because I find this fascinating. The very first pitch pipes actually were all the way dated back to the 1840s. So I'm going to do a screen share because I want to show you some pictures of some pitch pipes and talk about things that will blow your mind. Okay, so let me get my screen share up, and just picture will be fine. I don't need to share sound. Hang on, Jen, if you're there, do I need to share sound if I just want to show pictures?
Nope.
Well, we'll find out. Okay, good. All right. So I'm going to go with share. Here we are. So I'm going to show you a picture of one of the very first pitch pipes. Okay. I don't know if you know what that is, but that is called a Swanee whistle. And that was in 1840. That was one of the first pitch pipes. Let me tell you how it was built. It was a wood instrument with a square bore, and the plunger was leather coated. So as you can see, there takes some skill for this. So Jen, this is not the pitch pipe for you. You have to actually know how far to slide. Okay, so we won't do that. You also might find it interesting that you and probably your children have played with one of these pipes. Hang on, let me switch it because it's going a little slow here. Hang on. Uh-oh. Perhaps you're doing a soft shoe. No. Maybe. There we go. Give me just, oh, here we go. It's coming. There it is. All right. There's the pipe that you and your kids may have gotten. Some kids get them as birthday party favors, things like that, right? And they just make lots of strange noises, right? They're good for sound effects, but they actually use these for pitch pipes back in the 1840s. Also, by the time it was 1920, you would find them in popular music like jazz for special effects. Let's see, Paul Whitman's early hit recording of Whispering in 1920. You can find it there. Also, Louis Armstrong switched from his usual cornet to a slide whistle. All right, so where we left off with us, we are really grateful we do not have to use a Swanee whistle for pitch piping. Is that right? Okay, so let's talk to you about the purpose of a pitch. First of all, you'll note that for a cappella singers, most do not blow the first note of a song. Oftentimes that's because we're singing 4 different parts, and then whose part do they blow? And then you have to figure out where to go from there. So traditionally we will play the key note and everyone will find their part from there. As Jen mentioned, what if you don't read dots? What if you don't read those funny little symbols for flats and sharps? Well, there are charts you can look at, so you can have one right there with you, which is really nice, and it'll give you the answer. Or you can just holler out to the director. Well, never mind, not the director. Holler out to the other baritone who's the lead pitch pipe blower, and she will holler the pitch at you, and then you can blow that, okay? So don't let not reading stop you from blowing the pitch. All right, so we use a pitch pipe with the chromatic scale, 13 tones, each one a half step higher than the other. We do that for a reason. The main reason is that we can start a song in any key by using that. If you're a baritone, you also can check whether or not your neighbors are flat. Not that anybody would know anything about that, baritones, right? I did see some laughs because there are some of you in the crowd. I love that. All right. So when in doubt, I always refer to whoever I have in the position of my lead pitch pipe blower for the chorus. That person is in charge of all of it. And that also sometimes means that if she decides we're having a night where everybody's really tired, she may lower the pitch a half step and not tell me. That's not always cool, but it does happen. And sometimes it's very funny. Okay, Christmas music in particular. Never raise a Christmas music piece, by the way. Just don't do it. It's not safe. Don't ask me how I know. Okay, so let's talk about the types of pitch pipes you will see in a chorus. It's going to depend a lot on personal preference of the director, what she likes to hear, not just from the pipe, but the response from the chorus as a whole. Okay, so you may find a reed pipe. This may look familiar. There's a reed pipe. This is also a reed pipe. If you are prone to making sure it matches your costume, you can also get these in blue with gold tone on the back. You have to order those, by the way, from BHS because nobody else sells them unless you troll the internet for them. All right, so they do come in F to F and C to C. And the F to F are more generally what the men use, C to C the women use. The other types of pipes, now the first time I got this pipe, I got it when my chorus went to sing in Japan with the Tokyo chorus. And so we lovingly call these the Japanese pitch pipe. It's actually a tombo pipe. And this one goes from E to E. Well, if I had finished the introduction without being fuzzed out there for a few minutes, you would have found that anything other than F to F and C to C are a little bit rare to find. So interestingly, rare just means get one from Japan. Okay, so so now there's the other pipe you can do if you want to be more specific. And this is my Pride pipe. Okay, so I ordered this specifically from Fly Pipes, and you'll see why. This is my Verdugo Hills chorus pipe. Now, if you order it and have your logo and all that stuff put on it, it can be anywhere from $100 to $125. That's a crazy expensive pipe. You can buy these for $19.99. So I wouldn't suggest it unless you just are totally in love with your chorus or quartet, right? The pipe sounds the same as all the others. That's the important thing for you to know. But when there's a discrepancy in the pipes in my chorus, I just say, excuse me, the Verdugo pipe wins, and I blow, and then we're good, okay? By the way, I don't blow anything the baritone didn't tell me to blow. It's important, important. Always give that to the baritones because they are the ones that pay attention. I don't know why. It's just the way they think. Okay, so let's talk about how many ways you can blow it. Now that's the fun part. All right, so let me grab one of my favorite pipes here. By the way, this one is very old. And it even has, this is a sticker, by the way, you put on the front of it for those of you, this is the senior pipe edition. So you can see the letters. For those of you also who are worried about dots, and if I can't read this because it's too small, huge difference, right? So there's lots of things that work in our favor. The other thing you can do is color code. Now, I don't have it color coded on a reed pipe. I have it color coded on a very old electronic pipe. See the color codes there? Okay, again, not my pipe, belongs to the baritone in my house. Okay, so that just means that she knows what color a certain pitch is, and that way she never has to worry about if she can read those, because that is some tiny, tiny, tiny writing, okay? So I would never be able to do that, but good to know. If your chorus is 15 to 30 people, your director may prefer that you use a pipe like this. And the reason is you're going to get a pure tone. It's a little bit softer. It's not so harsh for the audience to hear. And I think that's one of the things too, is we don't want to go, hey, audience, listen to what we're doing. That's the pitch, right? So what we do is we use one of these, and you can hear it on stage with 15 to 30 people, and it's fairly simple to use, okay? So when you blow this pipe, please notice there are holes all along here, and they correspond with a letter. If you hold the pipe towards you, color side towards you, you're going to be. So what I said was, can you read this side? No. Yes or no? No. So that's why as a piper, you don't want to have that side towards you. That will raise your anxiety level, Jen. Never put this side towards you. Put the side you can see. All right. So the reason for that is, as I say, you're going to look in each of these. There's a hole that corresponds with each of the pitches on the pipe. So if you hold it looking at you and I ask you to blow a C, this is a C to C pipe. Here's a C. Here's also a C. So if you're using a C to C pipe and you start with a lower C, obviously it's going to go up one octave from there. The highest note you're going to hear from this pipe is that C, okay? If I go with my tombo pipe, you're going to hear a huge difference here. If I go with the tombo pipe, here's an E. You will not hear that E on this pipe. Whole octave difference, all right? So there also comes a comfort level with what you and your chorus or your quartet hears and responds to best, okay? So that's important too. Your director is going to make all those decisions for you. If you're in a quartet, the quartet will go, yeah, I can't sing off that high E. I can't hear it. Some of us don't hear octaves as well as others. So we want a pipe that's going to be a little bit lower, which is why the C to C tends to work more for women's ranges, okay? All right, so blowing the pipe. Here's the fun part. This is a pipe you cannot go wrong with, the tombo pipe, whether you have a fancy Verdugo one or whether you just have the plain brown tombo pipe. It doesn't matter. You can't go wrong with it because it has its own little mouthpiece. Right? So it's not like, oh, did I go over into the next one? No, I didn't, because it tells me right there. So here's my D. Here's the beautiful part about this. If you remember to have the letters toward you, All you have to do is go, oh, there it is. And this provides a louder sound because it's got openings here above the reeds than this will give. This is all closed in. So this is a bit more of a muted sound. So if you're looking for something a little bit louder without putting effort into it, then you want to look at a tombo pipe. Let me talk to you about blowing pitch improperly, because many of us know how to do that and don't even know we're doing it. It's a success story for all of us. How did you do that? I have no idea. Okay, so here's how it goes. So it is important that you not be afraid to put your lips on the pipe. So if you're a germaphobe, don't share pipes with friends. I'm talking pitch pipes still, by the way. Okay, just wanted to be sure we're clear. All right, thank you for the laugh, Terry. I know that you're still with me. All right, so what I do before I blow the pipe, especially if I'm in performance, because I want to not be nervous about it. I finish a song, the applause is going, and I know the next song starts on an F, and I go, okay, and I discreetly look down at my pipe, and I put my finger over the E, okay? And the reason I put my finger over the E is so that when I put my pipe in my mouth, it is over the F, and then I remove my finger, okay? Then I didn't have to worry about, was it close enough? Also, if I take my glasses off, I don't have to freak out because I can't see it, okay? So that's a guide. You don't really want to play it with the finger on there. And the reason for that is this. This pipe already has enough of the reeds covered that if you cover these to blow the pitch, yes, it will be accurate, but it will be muted. So some people blow the pitch like this, and then nothing comes out. We blocked it, okay? That's what these 4 little holes on the top are for, also to be able to let the sound out. Another reason why I really like the tombo pipe. It's really hard to mess up. Even if you hold it halfway like this and blow your E, you can still hear it. You're not gonna block off the sound. All right, so if there are 2 people blowing a pipe and you say, oh, that pipe is flat. One of those pipes is flat. Has anybody ever heard that? Never, right? Yeah. Okay. So usually what we have done before rehearsal is you gather all the pitch pipers together and they stand in a tight little circle and they go, and they blow their pipes and they make sure that they all match. Then they get on the risers. And if your chorus is now 50 people instead of the 15 to 30 I just talked about, Mildred over here on this corner and Emma on this corner go, oh, they must be able to hear me. So then they go, and they blow really hard. This is a reed instrument. This is important for you to know because a reed instrument responds to the amount of air that you put through it. Okay, so did anybody ever play a reed instrument in school, clarinet, anything like that? Yeah, so you know all about how you can make things change by the reed instrument. Okay, so whatever they practice in their little circle, that's the pitch they blow. That's how they blow it. If you don't have, if you need more sound and you don't want to give up the reed pipe, add in another pitch piper, find another brave soul, have them dig down deep and be unafraid. Because the more pipes you have, the better chance you have of everyone hearing. Now, the issue is going to be, and this is important for you to know, if you have people who still want to be the hero pitch piper to be sure everyone knows it's right and they blow too hard, suddenly there's going to be 1 out of those 5 pipes that don't match. And when you tell her it's her, she's not going to be happy because then she'll say it's the pipe. I love you, Mildred, but it's not the pipe. Okay. So a couple of things can happen. I just said it's a reed instrument. So how much pressure you put through it will change the pitch on you. So be sure that the pressure is steady and even. Doesn't have to be hard, but you have to put a significant amount of air through it so that it blows. If you don't put your lips on the pipe, you'll get a sound like this. Do you hear the pitch variance? And you hear the air around it, right? Not only is it an inaccurate pitch for singers to take a pitch from, but it's also annoying to the audience because they think you don't know how to play this instrument. And it looks really simple, right? So you want to be sure that you aren't afraid. Practice this in your bathroom mirror at home. That's what Dale says. Everything she does, she practices in the bathroom mirror at home. So I would suggest you do that. If you're hearing something from your pipe that you wouldn't want to hear as a singer, see what you're doing. Don't blow down this way. Nothing happens. It's not a flute. Flutes are not reed instruments, right? So straight on this way, wherever your windpipe goes. So you can blow it this way, but you can't blow it. Did you hear the flat? Okay, so there's the difference in tuning. So wherever your wind is going, you may put the pipe in that direction. Don't do this, don't do this, okay? All right, so matching two pitches. I'm gonna see if this is going to work. Sometimes it does. Marita, is that right? Yeah. Marita? Myrita, okay. You said you have a pitch pipe with you. Okay. Oh, you have a tombo. Check that out. All right, girlfriend. So we're going to try something. Let's see, what's your favorite? My favorite pitch is an A. Let's go with an A.
Okay.
So we're going to both blow and see if this works. Sometimes with two people, we can get like 3 seconds. Let's see. Ready? It sort of worked, right? Sort of. All right. So I could hear enough to be able to hear that our pitch pipes matched. Do you happen to have one of these old style ones? No? Who's got one of these? Ah, you have that one. Good. That one's coming up too. Who has one of these? Ah, okay. Let's go with Trish. Mom, you're in the same room. Yours will definitely be the same. Okay.
What are we blowing?
Oh, where's who do I have? Terry.
Yep, Trish.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
Trish. Hi, Trish. I see your face there. Sorry. Let's go with the A,
Okay.
and let's see what happens.
Okay.
Good. That's perfect. Now, if you'll notice, Mom blew hers too. By the way, her name is not Tammy. It's Mom, but she's on my iPad. So she blew it from in the other room. I could hear her, and I could hear Trish. And then I added myself, and I could still hear all three, and we matched perfectly. Trish, would you hold your pipe up? I want you to see. She has a mouthpiece on hers.
Oh, I do. Yeah,
She does.
I do.
The nice thing about the mouthpiece is it does for you exactly what I said about this thing. Put your finger over one before you put it in your mouth, right? But it also gives you the advantage of what the tombo pipe does, a specific place to put your air, and it guides it for you. So your pitch is obviously going to be a lot more accurate than someone who doesn't have a mouthpiece if they're afraid of the pipe at all. All right.
I'm so glad to know that. I use the mouthpiece because I can wear lipstick and it doesn't get lipstick on my pipe.
Right. That's exactly why the guys do it too. They hate getting lipstick on their pipes.
But
So,
now I have a better reason for using it. Yours sounds much
exactly.
better.
Oh, it's wonderful. It really is good to be able to do that. So we're going to try that one more time, and I'm going to see if I can really mess up the pitch. And I'm going to blow the same A that I'm going to ask you to blow. Mom, you're going to blow one too. And I'm going to add one in and see if I can really mess you up.
Okay. Ready?
Ready when you are. Could you hear it? Yeah. Trisha's laughing. I think she heard it. Okay. So yes, that was a gross exaggeration, and most people won't blow the pipe. But the fact of the matter is you can hear it. And if you can hear that there's something different about yours, how about if we just took the idea of flat or sharp off of our own plate as our responsibility and say, well, my pitch pipe didn't match and it was higher than hers or lower. Let me see if I can adjust.
Ready?
Or let the director tell you who's too sharp and who's too flat, then they can adjust. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, Trish, I'm going to screw it up and then match you. Did you hear it? Did you hear it move? Okay, so what else did you see, or could you see, because my screen isn't that big, could you see that what the other thing I did was I made sure to straighten my posture.
Mm.
See, because this pitch pipe was one of the earliest instruments. Wrong. The earliest instrument was the voice. The pitch pipe came in second. But we have to match to this because all of our instruments are so completely different from one another, which is the purpose of having created a pitch device. Now, in this day and age, we have a couple of other options for blowing pitch. I love that we call it blowing pitch. We're not blowing anything. It's an electronic pipe. This is an old electronic pipe back when you could actually put them in a pocket. Somebody showed me their large one. My Rita, yes, I have one of those too. I used to say that one needs its own costume. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so big, it needs its own costume because if you put it around your neck, your posture sags. It's not good. All right. Okay. So this is nice. What's nice about these is they are always accurate. So they're also often very loud. And it tells the audience, hey, audience, guess what key they're going to sing in? And then if you don't, and you have a smart audience, they go, missed that one. All right, so we have this. You can color these. Again, color coding is helpful if your vision isn't that great, or if you get nervous on stage, or even if you don't get nervous, but you just get excited. That's probably a good idea to safeguard. If you're in a contest, I know we do, this is a funny thing to say, but we are contestable individuals, right? So if you're in a contest, you have two pieces you're going to sing, get a new pipe, and put a color code on each of those two pitches and make sure they are very different from one another. Don't put gray and more gray. That's not going to help you. Don't get your two favorite shades of red, what do you call it? Fingernail polish. No, because that's not going to help you. So make sure they're very different. Bright red and bright blue or bright green, something that's very different so you can tell them apart. No thinking required, okay? So that's going to help you a lot. Or you could talk to Shannon Reese in Celebrity City, and she could probably tell you how to put something Braille on there that would help you as well. See, so she's not let out of pitch piping because she can't see the pitches. I think that's a cool thing. All right, so this electronic, yes, we can use those. Some directors like them, some don't. You can often get away with just one in a chorus all the way up to 60 people if you have this pipe. Only danger in any situation where you have only one pipe is if the pipe goes out, now you got nothing. I had a friend who was doing her quartet was doing a performance on a boat. And they went, thank you. And she threw her pipe overboard. And it was a holiday performance. And we all know that the holiday songs are higher than everything else anyway. So they just did it by memory for the rest of the evening. A 2-hour performance. By the time they were done, I don't think any of them ever wanted to hear another Christmas song in their entire lives because it just kept getting higher and higher and higher. So as long as somebody starts it that has good relative pitch, you're good. All right, just a couple of more things to show you because I know we're running a little short on time, but I want to show you something that we almost all have with us all the time. Whether or not we should, we do. And that's one of these lovely smartphones. So there are a couple of apps on smartphones that I think are really good. This one is really simple and it has, it's just called it's called Pitch Pipe Plus. It's a free app and you have a choice between using a keyboard and having an infinity pitch. So if you're working on something that you need to have that pitch blowing the entire page and a half to be sure you don't go out of key, this is your thing. And just hit the infinity and it'll keep going. Okay, so that's a nice feature. If you take it off of that, once you turn it on to infinity and you play it, let me get that up. When you're done, just hit the kill switch. And somehow that's satisfying after you've been listening to the same pitch for a page and a half. Okay, so the next feature over on that is the pitch pipe itself. And so you'll recognize that. It'll look just like the one that I showed you. Boy, my lighting is not good for that, but it looks like the white pitch pipes I showed you earlier. So it'll look familiar. You just don't have to plug any holes. And if it's holiday time, you may switch it to that lovely decor. Okay, see, there's pluses for everything. And I'm going to find them. Okay, so my other app that I find on a smartphone that I think is just a fabulous app is the Tonal Energy Tuner. And I'm going to do my best to show you that one. Hang on. No, it's not working very well, but it's this one. Okay, so I'm going to open it just so I can tell you what features it has that I really enjoy. First of all, it smiles at me. That's important. And when I blow a pitch, I can blow this pitch here. Okay, A is my favorite note, by the way, in case anybody ever asks, everything I want to sing should be in the key of A. So here's why. If I blow the A and then I sing it, I'm going to show you this picture of the Tonal Energy Tuner. I'm going to bring it down a bit and see if I can get you a better shot of it. Thank you. Jen's looks good. See the smiley face? Isn't that a happy thing? And it says good morning or good evening whenever you sign on. I just, it's so friendly. All right, so here's the pitch, and here's what it's going to do. Now, what's cool about that is the longer you maintain the pitch, do you notice the bigger the happy face gets? It gets to the point that the happy face goes like this. And then you go, yeah, nailed it. And you can hold that for quite some time. It's really good for your own pitch accuracy work. And there are other, which one do you show me, Jen?
I wanted to show you and pop it up so that maybe it would, so that when you're looking it up on the app, this is what it looks like. Let's see.
Oh, good.
Going up like this.
Yeah, I was having a hard time getting it to show up.
Tuner.
Okay, so let me tell you the other reason this is one of my favorite apps, because we're singers and that's what we're all about, right? So we need to know how to be able to sing accurately and sing together. This has a this has a metronome feature in it. And personally, I hate metronomes, but I use them because they make us sing together. And they also give me opportunities for exercises that I can use for breath management and breath support. And I've created a couple of interesting little ones that are on these 4/4 times, or the odd times that I give to my chorus on occasion to practice with. So we have options for all these things. I want to open it up to questions. If there's anything that I said that you went, she's crazy, or I never thought of that. Anything you'd like to ask?
Oh,
I see Terry.
well, I was just thinking the mini dots might work on the pitch pipe as well.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
little adhesive ones, and you can pull them off after the sing out.
That's true. That's a good idea. Excellent. Oh, yes. You have those on your electronic. Yes.
Mine are not mini dots, though. I just bought a tube of glow-in-the-dark paint, and I put a drop on the, because both of our songs were in the key of G, so I put a drop on the outside and a drop on the inside, because these dials, they slip.
Oh,
And so it's a really, and then you can feel them. So it's kind of, yes, it's kind of braille and it's kind of glow in the dark. So I really like that. And you can just snap it off with your fingernail when you're done with it, if you wanted to go to a different key. Or you can sing everything in G, which is my favorite.
I like that. That's good. That's my old quartet sang everything in G flat. It was good. Yes. Okay. So who has had a pocket tones? Remember the little ones you put on your keychain? Yeah, they were annoying because they were high pitched, right? But you always had one, because heaven knows if you're in an elevator somewhere at Disneyland, you might need to blow a pitch for something. And
Now,
that
actually,
was, right?
mine came in handy when my electronic one ran out of battery.
Yeah.
It had no battery, and I'm the only pitch piper because I'm from River Oaks and we're a small chorus.
Right.
But I had my little teeny one, my little tone one we were talking, and it worked. Yeah, the pitch was a little bit off, but you know what? It was better than.
But if
Then
the
a
pitch pipe
baritone.
is off and you all start where the pitch pipe is, then you're all together being off, so nobody notices,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
That's the important thing. The
Yeah.
other thing about the smartphones, by the way, that some of you may not know is, first of all, they're always accurate. They don't change. But the other thing about those is that you can have your phone on silent so that a phone call won't come through and your pipe will still work. That's important to know, because somebody thought that they had to leave their phone on, and they were using that because they forgot their pitch pipe at home and a phone call came through. We're like, no, turn it off. So please know that you can use the pitch pipe device with that on. Okay. Any other questions? I only see a few of, I'm betting Jen sees people. There's 17 notes in the chat.
They're all just fabulous ideas. People using things. They're saying that their cat doesn't like the sound of the pitch pipe, apparently. You know what I mean? And it's like, and things that they're testing and playing. So, I mean, I have to say personally, like for the person that doesn't read dots, like we talked about, and that it's scary to me, I learned so much just in this 30 minutes about the pitch pipe actually being an instrument. So, and that it's a reed instrument, and that, I mean, and I didn't, there's so many things that I didn't know. So I'm thrilled that I got to be here and that I feel like I've learned stuff. And what a great thing for other people to know. Like Trish, you were talking about, you're the only pitch piper. I mean, what if you're not there? I mean, somebody, hopefully, I mean, I'm sure you guys have
backup.
there. Exactly.
Yeah, we do. There is the person that blew the pitch before me. She's there, and we have several people in quartets. So,
Right.
yeah.
Well,
In fact, I was a little surprised when she was saying about the quartet on the river cruise that threw the. I can't believe that only one person had a pitch pipe because there's several people. So yeah.
But that's just it's a really interesting thing. I mean, how to position it I never knew to turn the thing. I mean, so many things, Tammy.
Good.
So
You
many.
know what? There are these are two funny things left to tell you about the reed instrument, just so you don't make this mistake, because I see all of us do it. This is funny. Okay, here's how we all store our pipe when we're not singing. And stick it in the vault.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
Extra
reed
pocket.
instrument. Yeah, it's a reed instrument. It will get warm and it changes the pitch.
Oh,
Right? So yeah, so don't ask me how I know. But,
I made
but
something.
yeah,
You're gonna think I'm nuts, but it works.
what's that?
It attaches to your pants underneath. your
Oh, is it the
shirt,
magnetic
and
one?
it has magnets. It holds it.
Yeah, see, I don't blow the pipe, so I don't use one, but I've seen them. They're fabulous.
Well, I made this out of a piece of a clippy hanger. Those plastic hangers, I cut it off and I had to glue the magnets on because I've never known where to get one.
Well,
Terry, you're brilliant. I want to buy them from her.
I know I'm just a weird geek and I like to make stuff.
I
I
love
love
geeks.
it. I know lots of people that actually sew magnets into their costumes. You know what I mean?
I
And the
don't-
ones
Yeah.
that
but you can't move the magnets. You got to sew one into every costume.
oh,
Well, there's that.
Don't have to do that with this.
the ones that go, the electronic ones, I know that Skyline actually has them on lanyards. So
Yep.
they clip them on so that they're around their necks, or they have big deep pockets that they sew into the costume.
Yeah, that's what I do.
In there.
That's what I do. I have whenever like the last costume we made, we had it made for us, and I had them do a pocket. So
That's nice. If you can have somebody else do it, that's great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not a seamstress. I don't do that. Even then the magnet thing is a stretch, but I love that you showed what you did and told
I
me
do too.
what you did. I think that's great.
that's great.
So
It's pretty
the other
ugly, but
thing,
nobody else going to see it but me.
that's right. Nobody's going to see it but you. So the other thing I want to warn you about is be sure you take your pitch pipe out of your pocket before you do laundry. I know that seems like a duh, but also let me tell you that if that happens, don't panic. Because, as I said, it's a reed instrument. What you can do is take this off, open it, let it dry out, and it should be fine. Don't do it often, but if it happens, don't panic. And luckily, they're only 20 bucks unless you buy a special fly pipe. All right? All right. I
Hey,
hope you had a
Tammy.
good time.
Tammy, I would like two things. Can I have Terry, I'm going to spotlight you and I want you to talk so that your picture goes big so everybody can see your magnet thing that you're
God,
talking
yes.
about. Okay.
My ugly magnet thing.
Yes, we want to spotlight. And so go ahead and hold it up to the camera so everybody can see. There you
My
go.
light's not the best, but
That's okay.
Okay.
They'll get, there you go.
I had to beef it up a little bit with several different magnets until I could get it so this clip would go on.
Oh, I see. It's the hanger thing.
Yeah.
The hanger?
I cut
Okay.
it off of the hanger and just kind of worked with it until, but this way, see, the magnet will go on with enough space. I got to make sure I'm in the camera.
You're like MacGyver.
That's beautiful.
I
I love it.
I like to repurpose
Perfect.
old jewelry and just, do stuff. I don't like to waste things.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you for sharing that.
Brilliant.
That's very
I love it.
intriguing.
I can probably make some if anybody wants them because I got a couple extra of these things. I just have to find
Okay.
magnets.
Way
All right.
cool.
That's nice. I love it.
All right, Trish, I would love to, I'm going to spotlight you. I would love to show your mouthpiece because we were talking about the mouthpiece.
Oh, okay.
I gotta get one.
Because
Okay.
Tammy was showing it, if you could get it a little bit even closer so people can see, and it moves, right? So it just,
Yes. Yeah.
How does it attach?
It snaps on. Hang on.
Snaps onto the nut.
Yeah.
Okay,
It snaps on in the middle.
neat.
In the
I'm gonna
middle.
look for one of
It
those.
just pops on here.
You can
In the
buy them
center.
on the site where you buy the pitch pipes. I think SAI has them. I know BHS has them.
Yeah. So it just pops on and off. Yeah.
awesome. Thank you guys for sharing those handy dandy little things. I mean, because I wanted to make sure that people could see it, because when we're talking in a group, you become small, but I wanted to make sure we made you big.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. All right. Well, enjoy exploring your pitch pipe use. Be bold, be brave, Jen. I'm going to look for you to be the next pitch piper the next time I see your chorus. No. She'll be the one going like this. Here's the pitch pipe.
I don't need another job.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Thank you for spending some time with me this afternoon. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
all very much.
guys. Go ahead and
Welcome.
share this with everybody. If you had any other questions, go ahead and you can email them to us, or you can share it with, you can type them in the chat. You can go to Facebook, type them in the questions there.
Yeah.
Share it. If you learned something, we'd love to hear what you shared. And if there's other classes or other things that you would love a quick little thing on, we'd love to know those too, so, because we would love to do this kind of thing for you guys. And just, we are an educational organization, and we just want to keep it fresh and happy for you. I hope you enjoy the Cornet show tonight, and thank you, and we love you as a region, and thank you so much for being a part of us.